He said it and then the look away.
Yeah, if they want to go play football,
You need that.
You need that. I like that. Love that.
Love it.
Love that for them.
Yes.
Shady, I got a question for you, big dog. Starting the show, this is a facility. Tell your friends, tune in. We're having fun in this early morning. 2-5. Is it realistic for Brian Schottenheimer to bring the Cowboys a Super Bowl?
What's with your guy?
No. He just did push the
got
guy.
you. What are you doing?
Hey, see, he ain't an offensive player. He ain't used to, touching
Brian!
the football early in the morning.
What's the respect on that man's name?
It's the Schottenheimer that's getting me.
You got to say his first name first. Forget about the Schottenheimer.
I bet somebody that y'all don't correct me. Wait till after the air. I'll let your name of doing that good. Anyway, let's be focused here. Let's be serious.
Lock in,
right.
please.
Now the question was, can they go to the Super Bowl?
Is it realistic for Shotty to bring the Super Bowl?
Is it realistic? Well, I love the press conference, first of all.
Yeah.
I love the attitude.
Yep.
But does this think that's realistic? I got to say no. I mean, they haven't been to the NC Championship game in 30 years. We can't talk about the Super Bowl. You gotta play that game first to the Super Bowl. That's how it normally works. Am I tripping? That's how it works.
Not at all.
And they haven't done it in 30 years. Now, I think there's other coaches that's probably better at the time than 30 years. They didn't get it done. And he going to get it done. And another thing, as I look at the division now, going next year. Now, this year, you have the Eagles in the Super Bowl, right? So that lets you know how good we are, okay? And we ain't old, we still young.
Yeah.
So you're going to see us for quite some time. I look at the Commanders. Now, they were in the championship game. So they're good, and they're not that good of a roster.
Yeah.
They're a good team. They're coached very well. A superstar quarterback. They're going to get better and better and better over the next couple of years. Brian Daboll, right? Giants are not good, but he's a really good coach.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you have the worst coach in the division, for one. You have the third best quarterback in the division with Dak Prescott that's making the most money in football. So you telling me they're going to go to the Super Bowl when you got the worst head coach in the division, unproven, and the third best quarterback in the division, Dak Prescott, and you going to win a championship?
You got Jaden
Come on, man.
already, huh?
Come on. And then the defense couldn't stop a nosebleed all year last year. Hey, you want 150 yards? Play the Cowboys. You want 200? Play the Cowboys. You got to fix all them things. You talking about a Super Bowl? You guys are crazy.
After 1 year, you got Jaden in front of Dak?
That's what I took away from that combo.
Y'all don't?
I'm asking you.
Because
Jalen ahead of Dak?
Because a rookie did something Dak has never did. A rookie did that.
That is facts.
Good point.
Right? Ain't make no excuses. Ain't do nothing in the media. All he did is ball.
That's a good point. That rookie, I believe, has as many playoff wins already as Dak Prescott, if I'm not mistaken.
No way. That's possible.
2-1.
I didn't
Dak
even know
Prescott,
that.
2-5, I believe.
I didn't know that.
Here's what I will say, and I'll say this very sober-minded. I don't say this to elicit a reaction. I say this because I oftentimes think about what y'all say at home, what everybody at the desk says. No, it's not realistic for Schottenheimer to take the Cowboys to a Super Bowl because the Cowboys lack two things. Number one, they lack a generational defense. And it is imperative that you have a generational defense if you do not have that next-level quarterback. Unless the Cowboys intend on having the 2000 Ravens defense, they had 2 Hall of Famers. The 2002 Bucks defense, they had 3 Hall of Famers. The 2013 Seattle Seahawks defense, they had probably 2 to 3 Hall of Famers. Or the 2015 Denver Broncos defense, which had 2 Hall of Famers. The Cowboys need an elite dude at quarterback. And I don't say this to, again, elicit a reaction. Cowboys fans, at this point in time, you realize you need a game changer at quarterback unless you're going to have a generational defense and or roster. Say what you will about Jaden Daniels. He has proven he's a game changer. Josh Allen in the Final Four, proven he's a game changer. Patrick Mahomes, proven he's a game changer. You can discredit Jalen Hurts all you want, many of which have done so, of which I have also at times. Come on now, Jalen is good. He's good. And the Eagles defense, the Eagles team generational and their defense elite. Their team generational, their defense elite. And they're incredibly young. So how in the world can you expect the Cowboys to get to a Super Bowl if they don't have that guy at the Q position? I don't love Dak. I don't hate Dak. I'm just trying to speak from a true, sober-minded, honest football analysis opinion. To make it to the Final Four, y'all saw what the quarterbacks did this year. Y'all saw what Jaden did in the playoffs against the Detroit Lions. You saw what Jalen Hurts with his physical prowess and his toughness did against the Los Angeles Rams and also against the Commanders in this last game. 4 total touchdowns. Get it however you may. You saw what Josh Allen did. You saw what Mahomes and that team was able to do. The Cowboys, respectfully, again, not to elicit a reaction, Chase, to me, they just don't have that guy. And if you don't have that guy, do you have a generational defense? They don't have a 2000 Ravens, a 2002 Bucks, a 13-14 Seahawks, or 15 Broncos. They just don't have it, and it's not on the horizon.
Yeah, and I don't want to make this all about Brian Schottenheimer because I do think he's a good coach, a head coach story's yet to be written,
Yes,
right?
sir.
forget about the Super Bowl. Let's just talk about the playoffs. I think first the goal should be just the playoffs. You got to get out of your division.
Right.
Like, you got the Eagles, what you just said, and then you got Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, who have $90 million in cap space and will build their team through free agency. It's the third most in the NFL.
Wait.
$90 million.
They won the NFC Championship.
Yes, dog. Yes. And so, like, forget about the Super Bowl. Let's just get out of our division, right? And as you guys know, like, I'm friends with Drew Brees, live close together, and Schotty was Drew's quarterback coach for a few years in the San Diego Chargers.
Got it.
So I had no idea. Like, I've known him talk about him. And so I texted Drew. I was like, hey, like, what do you expect out of Schotty as a head coach? He said, hey, I think it's a great hire. He's a great coach, really good communicator, great rapport with Dak and some of the leaders. I said, okay, but what do you think he's going to do as a head coach, right? Like, and that his answer was great, and it gave me an insight into what he is and who he is as a coach. But like you said, it's all about players. The Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl in 29 years. You can keep talking, and we can keep going in circles about this head coach, or is it the offensive coordinator, is it Dan Quinn, or is it not? Did Mike McCarthy 2 years ago, did he give up all those points in the defense to the Green Bay Packers? No. Did the coach not sign a running back? Did the coach not sign a number 2 and number 3 receiver? At the end of the day, this comes down to the players of the Dallas Cowboys. And like you so eloquently said, the defense isn't generational. There's some pieces there.
Exactly.
Some pieces there. Okay, the game changer at quarterback, who knows? Schotty's going to call plays. But when you don't have those two pieces, you don't have a game changer at the quarterback, you have a good quarterback.
Good quarterback.
A guy who was finished second in MVP last year, okay, in the race. But you don't have those, so I'm not sure if Schotty can get him to the Super Bowl. I think the playoffs should be the thing, and getting out of your division.
Yeah, and I think what we are seeing now too, though, is like an average quarterback could get you to the playoffs, but an average quarterback can't get you to the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we seen Sam Darnold ball out this year with Kevin O'Connell and get to the playoffs. And then once you get to the playoffs and it's legit team after legit team after legit team, he can't get them to that game. So I do agree with what you're saying. If you have an elite defense with a regular quarterback, you got a chance. But if you don't have an elite defense, your quarterback got to be a game changer. Dak Prescott has not shown us he could be a game changer. Nobody's saying he's not a good quarterback. He has not shown us he could be a game changer. But it's crazy because we throw around 30 years. The Cowboys ain't been there in 30 years. I was just sitting there watching TV the other day because I don't be doing nothing after the show, family in Arizona. So I'm watching TV after my little workout. And
You worked out?
dude, yeah. And dudes was joking on TV, but I was cracking up laughing because it was true. My man said Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts went to elementary school, they went to high school, they went to college, they went through breakups, heartbreaks, and they went to the NFC Championship before the Cowboys.
That's true.
They're all under 29
Like,
years.
that's how long it's
They were
been
born.
since they got there. And this dude out of the blue, who's not proven to be a head coach, to take a team to the Super Bowl, we sitting here today saying he's the one?
Yeah.
The answer's no. I cannot sit here today and say he's the one. And he might surprise us all and he might go, who knows? But if you're asking me today and what he's accomplished, what the Cowboys have accomplished in the last 30, 35 years, I can't sit here and say that they're going to the Super
I
Bowl.
was thinking right now, dang, Jane, thank you, bro. Jane Dan's probably playing this AAU basketball team, play baseball, right? Play, I don't know, like all these different sports, and now they still didn't.
And he went before the Cowboys.
And we ever asked if the Cowboys can win a championship.
It is interesting because if you just look at the NFC, let's remove the AFC for a second, viewers at home, just the NFC. The teams that have gone to the Super Bowl the last several years have either had generational teams or generational quarterbacks. You either have the San Francisco 49ers, the Philadelphia Eagles of 22, the Philadelphia Eagles of 24, Matthew Stafford. Then you entered Tom Brady. Like the teams that have gone to the Super Bowl, then the Niners won again, I think it was in 2019. So the teams that have gone, then the Rams with Sean McVay won in 2018. Like the teams that have gone either generational type teams or generational quarterbacks. You'd have to go back to 2017 Eagles. I don't think Nick Foles was a generational quarterback, even though it's my former roommate. And I don't think that 2017 Eagles team was a generational team. I think they were a team of destiny. But I suggest that to say, in the NFC, if you're going to go, your team has to be generational or your Q. And as Shady has said brilliantly, Jay, last thought is, the Cowboys had a generational team in 2020, 2021. First team NFL history, 1,000-yard receiver, 1,000-yard rusher, 10-sack player, 10-interception player. First team ever in the history, Cowboys didn't do nothing with it.
Yeah, but not only that, too, though, like, even though Nick Foles wasn't a generational quarterback, he was generational at that time. He caught fire at the right time and played elite football.
Yes, he did.
And that is why they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If Dak Prescott can get to the playoffs and have a Nick Foles or a Joe Flacco type run,
3 games.
they got a chance if he can put that together for 3 games. But he hasn't shown us that. So we can't sit up here on TV and believe in that. We can't. So
incredibly well said. Well, staying in the NFC, I don't know if y'all heard this. I don't know what he's thinking in his mind. I don't know that. So I'm not going to speculate, right, or assume anything. I'm just going to say that Nick Sirianni, I keep telling people, all he does is win.
True.
Right? You might not like the way he reacts and responds to fans or engages with the players, whatever it may be, or his haircuts. But one thing we do know, you put that dude on your team, and we are going to win. At our worst, we're going to the playoffs. At our best, we're going to the Super Bowl, right? And that's all you can ask for a head coach. That's it. That's all you can ask for. There's so many great head coaches that haven't done anything like he's done in his start of his career. Now, Jalen Hurts, I don't know about the straitjacket thing, right?
Why did it take him so long to respond? He was thinking about is the relationship that flawed where he can't say something good about him?
This is what I don't like, is because when he struggles, I don't care what anybody says, because winning is winning, that's cool, but you could tell if somebody's struggling or not. Nick Sirianni, when he struggles, Nick Sirianni goes up there and defends him 110%. And if fans, when they watch the game, they be like, oh, well, we win, so don't worry about it. But when you watch the game, you're a player, and you the opposing team, or you're a coach, you know who's doing well and who's not. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And every time Nick Sirianni stands up there, if his quarterback is not playing well, he takes it. James, he's winning, he's doing this and third. I just want him to give him the same respect. You get what I'm saying? Like, we a team here. And the way he backs you up, you need to back him up the same way. I didn't like how that came off. I'm not going to make too much of it, right, because I don't know what it is. And I want to keep the positivity going on. You know what I'm saying? Because if Nick Sirianni ain't seen that, right? Now, think about this real quick. If you were the head coach and you always defend somebody, no matter right or wrong, good or bad, and then you see that, like, how do you feel? Like, dang, dog.
No doubt.
I think it's interesting. We try to act like, and not we, I think Jalen tries to act like there's no ego. We all have egos. And to me, what I saw right there, it was just ego. What I mean, Chase, is simple. Like, when Jalen gets criticized for not having statistically incredible performances, he says, look, to me, it's not about stats. It's only about winning. But then when Jalen Hurts does ball out, he goes to the podium and says, so I guess that's what y'all wanted to see, huh? When Jalen does ball out, he goes to the podium and says, I guess he finally let me out of my straitjacket. But you don't care about being in the straitjacket because you told us you don't care about statistics. So if you don't care about statistics, why do you care to be let out of the figurative straitjacket? It really just shows me that Jalen Hurts is human, which is fine. Let's just not try to act inhumane. Jalen always acts like everything's calm, cool, and collected. Remember after you scored that first rushing touchdown, I think it was against the Rams, listening for the noise. But I thought you don't care about the noise. So to me, I really love when players let out their authenticity and their human moments, because to me, all that was a human moment. Everybody is susceptible to having an ego. We all have it. That's what I saw right then and there, because if you don't care about stats, then you don't care about being let out the straitjacket. So it was fascinating to watch.
It just proved to me that he reads his press, and that's fine, because a lot of players read what is being said about them, the narratives, the false narratives, the facts, shady, me, all the critics, all the praise. Like, he's reading it. That's what it tells me, because like you said, when he had that run, he was like, hey, you hear me? And exactly what I was going to say, you said it, but he did something very similar after the Week 15 Steelers game. He said, hey, so that's what y'all wanted to see? And we sat here and I was like, man, that's like your first really good game, like really, really good game throwing the football.
That's what we wanted to see.
That's what we wanted to see, and he threw the ball really well that game. And then he has another really good game this past game in the championship game. And he's like, let me out of my straitjacket. And so I had to even like think, because I'm not even sure viewers understand, like, what does that even mean? You know, I was thinking, like, what does let him out of the straitjacket mean? And pre-bye week, they were 2-2. To start the season, the Philadelphia Eagles, they were throwing the football 33 times a game. They were 2-2, okay? It's been 21 times a game that he's thrown the football from there on out. So I think what he probably meant was like, hey, it's Sirianni holding me back from doing that, when in reality, it's the quarterback and coordinator, Kellen Moore, doing that. And so last time I checked, Nick Sirianni doesn't call the play. So it was an interesting thing to me, because I haven't seen Jalen Hurts overcome a double-digit deficit since Week 4, and that was right before the bye. it was 33-16. They lost to the Bucs, and then they switched how they're going to go. So when you look at Hurts and you look at the straitjacket comment, it's like, well, your team's winning. Why do you care about stats? I thought you only cared about winning. Mm-hmm. So this comment was like a little backhanded, in my opinion.
I hate it, dog. Number one, you going to the Super Bowl. All right, you just won the NFC Championship. All right, it ain't rocket science. You've been playing weak, dog. Straight up. When you take the field with the Philadelphia Eagles right now, they say, who you want to beat you? Jalen Hurts. Stop Saquon. Stop A.J. Brown. Stop. Defense going to do their thing. Let Jalen Hurts beat you. You ain't been balling. And all year long, your coach has gotten up there and had your back. And right here to me, what I took out of it, a straitjacket, that means somebody holding you back, dog, if you say that. That's a shot at the coaches saying they hold you back. You know who else in the straitjacket? Smitty and A.J. Who holding them back? And they getting in trouble for reading books on the sideline, but they've been in straitjackets all year long. 9 games in a row, you threw over 200 yards twice, dog. And barely throwing over 100 yards. And you sitting here talking about you in the straitjacket, them other dudes is in the straitjacket. And all they do is they come up there, they don't say nothing bad about Jalen Hurts. They get in trouble for saying, man, we got to work on the passing. And the coach get up there and he got your back 24/7. But you want to come up there and you want to say this smart stuff and act like we ain't going to take nothing out of that. A straitjacket mean you hold me down, dog. You ain't letting me do what I believe I can do. But you know what the tape's showing? People open, people running their routes, and you ain't letting the ball go. Who holding who back, dog? Who holding you? I don't understand it. We ain't keeping it a buck up here. That's weak to me. That's weak to me. You calling out your coach right there. Your coach is. I don't care. Whoever calling the play, they asked you about Nick Sirianni, so you responded. Even the way you came off, the delayed response, the emotion you were showing, that's like, man, bro, hold me back. If I respond like that, hey, yeah, Acho got me on the show, dog. I don't know what we Come on, man.
You're right.
Like that's something that you doing. That's how Jalen Hurts is talking right now. And if all the other dudes, if anybody in the straitjacket, it is 11 and number 6. And if you don't know who that is, Google the Eagles roster because they really good. That's who in a straitjacket, not Jalen Hurts. You've been bailed out by this team being in a straitjacket and being in this game. And that's just me keeping it a buck. Straight up.
I can't.
I don't like that stuff right there, man.
I can't. I mean, that was pretty good. I will say this though, like, if I'm on a team and he say that I'm on the offense, right? I'm like, now hold on, bro.
Man.
Look, you don't even have to say that. I think sometimes Jalen Hurts, right? I think he tries to protect himself. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So if I don't really play well, but we win, y'all play for stats. Yeah. I play for wins. Mm-hmm. Y'all still don't know who I am yet, right? And I'm like, dang, maybe he's right. Like, Jalen right, I'm going to do whatever it takes to win this game. I don't need to make these passes and all that. Good defense, good running game. And then you have a good performance, and you ball out, you say, that what y'all wanted to see? So then I'm confused. Then you are here with Nick Sirianni, who's been in your corner, right? And we go to the Super Bowl at that. So everything should be all positive. And then when you say, you take a long time to respond, and then you say, well, he finally let me on my straitjacket. It's like, you say that, I mean, you hold me back. When this coach been basically holding you down. I don't like that. I don't like that, man. And I think sometimes he speaks to, like, protect himself. So when I say, well, he keep me on my straitjacket, so fans are,
that's why he ain't balling.
That's why it's the coaching.
Yeah,
we got to get rid of Kellen Moore because Nick ain't let him throw the ball. Because the truth is, and I'm always being honest and and respectful to my team, but doing my job on TV. The truth is, if Jalen Hurts plays good like he played last Sunday, we blow everybody. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Think about it. Our defense is phenomenal. Yeah. People don't ever turn the ball over till they play the Eagles, right? Can't really run the ball till you play the Eagles, right? We do a good job. And then on offense, how the hell are you going to stop number 26, Saquon Barkley? In that offensive line. Yep. Can't stop him. Yep. They're going to get a hold for him, and he's going to make everybody miss. Touchdown. Cred. Okay, so let's say you stop the run. You telling me you're going to play man-on-man coverage with A.J. Brown like the Commanders just did? Yep. Oh, wait, you going man on Smitty too? Come on, man. So my thing is, if he does play well, we blow teams out. And sometimes I think he tries to protect himself by the things he says.
And not only that, we talk about the accountability factor.
Accountability.
If A.J. and Smitty got up to the podium right now and said, man, I'm in a straitjacket.
You're right.
You know how we would kill them dudes?
Yeah, you're right.
Come on, man. Like, Mama say you ain't got nothing good to say. Don't say nothing at all, so I'm done for this block.
And then, I mean, you're
done for this block.
You lit it on fire for this block, my man. That was nice. But the proverbial straitjacket, it came on. Like, let's just think about this. It came on after the Week 4 loss to the Bucs, meaning they threw the ball 12 less times a game moving forward. Yet they've won at a higher rate than they ever have as a Philadelphia Eagles organization. Do you think that And this makes me think that Jalen Hurts has been thinking that his straitjacket has been on since week 5, and he just now had the cojones to say it in the NFC Championship game because they've been winning. But he ain't been getting the stats like crazy. He's had 2 really good passing games. That's it. So, like, has he been really feeling this way and has been pent up since week 4? Because you were 2-2, dog. You were 2-2. You were throwing the ball 33 times a game, and it wasn't working. Okay, you barely won in Brazil against the Green Bay Packers. Could have been 1-3. Easily could have been 1-3 if Jordan Love doesn't get hurt. But you turn the season around. You got to give credit to the coaches, but then you're calling out your coach for holding you back when in reality he's actually doing the right thing by making this a run-first team, and you're winning at a really high clip. So what do you think the teammates in the locker room think when you're calling out the coaches when it's actually the game plan's working? You know what I mean?
Now, real quick. Now, I'm just thinking here, maybe he was just joking.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.